Breaking news tonight. President Trump moments ago speaking about the response to the tragic school shooting in Florida. The president is at Broward Health North Hospital visiting with medical professionals. Listen into this.
And they have done an incredible job. The doctor was amazing. We saw numerous people and incredible recovery. Incredible. And first responders, everybody. The job they've done is incredible, and I want to congratulate you. Incredible job.
Did you speak with victims, Mr. President?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did indeed, and it's very sad something like that can happen. But the job the doctors did, the nurses, the hospital, first responders, law enforcement, really incredible. The speed that they got the victims over to the hospital was like record-setting. One case 20 minutes, and one case 19 minutes from the time of the shot. It's an incredible thing. Thank you very much.
Do our gun laws need to be changed?
Joining me right now, Ed Rollins, Great America PAC chairman, former Reagan political director, and Fox Business contributor.
Thank you.
Ed, you know, it's a tough thing for a president to have happen on his watch.
It is, but it's very important what he's doing. He's basically going down there on behalf of all of us and saying thank you for every effort you made. There's nothing we can do about it at this point in time, but I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to try and bring people together and the resources, but just understand we care very deeply and we feel your loss and we feel your suffering. And that's an important message.
It's a message that gets put out, frankly, every time one of these things happens, and yet nothing's done. But this is a different kind of president, and I don't think he's a guy that believes in not seeing some action. What might he do? What might change?
I think what he can do, obviously, you're not going to change the gun laws easily, and you're not, and he certainly may not have an inclination. But as a president, you can basically create a commission. You can bring people together. You can argue this. How do we stop this? How do we make sure security? Bring local government people, educational people in. Make sure the FBI is functioning properly. And I think to a certain extent, he's the only one that can do that. He can be the catalyst for a real change. We've done that on other issues in the past. We certainly did it after 9/11, and I think we have to do it now and bring people so they can at least vent their frustration and try and find some common solutions that you can put across the country.
The frustration. I mean, I don't know, like those poor parents, knowing that the FBI was warned not once but twice, and the second time didn't even follow up, didn't do a darn thing. What does that tell you about our FBI right now? Well,
I think the FBI is it's been under tremendous scrutiny, and it hasn't been functioning effectively. I mean, I go back to the dossier, which we were talking about earlier. The first question you normally ask is, who paid for it? How did this information come here? If you'd asked who paid for it, you quickly would have found out it was the DNC and Hillary, and you'd have moved on from there. You wouldn't have gone through this drill. Equally as important, you say to the agent in charge of that office, what happened? Who was responsible, who got this message, and you fire him or you discipline him. You don't do what Governor Florida demand that the FBI director be fired. You demand the FBI director be accountable, and the president can do that.
It seems to me that the folks at the FBI don't know how to do their job. I mean, they clearly failed. They failed in Florida, and they failed on this whole Russia thing. I mean, the dossier, great example. They're so busy, trying to believe whatever, garbage they're being fed, that they're not actually paying attention to the real things that matter, and that's these kids' lives.
Right. The FBI is a gigantic agency, and I would argue that 90% of them do a wonderful job and fight for us every single day. But there's certainly politics going on at the top under the Obama administration, and we need to make sure it doesn't continue. And we need to make sure we have proper people in there.
So is Christopher Wray the guy to do that? Because don't forget, you and I were talking on Tuesday when he gave his testimony, and he was asked point blank, are there biases at the FBI? To which he answered no. I mean, he didn't see any.
Well, there are biases, and obviously, would he have been my choice? No. Would he have been? I think there are great law enforcement people across this country. I'm not afraid to go outside an organization to restructure an organization.
And it needs that right now.
And I think it needs that right now. And unfortunately, when you're part of that system, it's kind of hard to make those choices.
Ed Rollins, thank you very much. Yeah,
Great,
there's a lot that can be done, should be done.
And needs to be done. And we owe it to those kids, we owe it to those parents.
We absolutely do.